How to answer the phone like a pro and convert more notary prospects. Hey there, I'm Bill Soroka, founder of NotaryCoach.com and best-selling author of 5 books written to help notary entrepreneurs build thriving businesses. And today we're going to deep dive into one of the most crucial parts of running a thriving notary business. It's answering the phone like a pro and solving your prospect's problem right from the get-go. Here's what you have to realize. Your prospects don't need a notary until they need a notary. And when they do, they want it fast, easy, and hassle-free. The faster you respond, the better. Your prospects are likely in a hurry, and if you can't make it happen, they'll just keep dialing until they find someone who can. According to the Harvard Business Review, businesses that respond to leads within 5 minutes are 21 times more likely to convert them into paying customers compared to those who respond after 30 minutes. And if you wait much longer than that, ouch, even after 5 minutes, the chances of converting a prospect into a customer drops by 400%. We live in a world of instant gratification. People expect things now. And when they need a notary, they're looking for ease and convenience. Let's talk about some of the traditional ways that prospects might reach out to you, like email, direct messages, website forms, or even social media sometimes. Here's a tip. Turn on your notifications. You want to see these inquiries as soon as they roll in. And when you do, don't just respond off the cuff. Don't keep it dry and robotic. Use warm, friendly language and be approachable. Warm up your communication and spend a few extra seconds on punctuation, spelling, and grammar. I'm a huge fan of the exclamation point. A little enthusiasm can go a long way. But here's the thing. While messages and emails are obviously great, getting your prospect on the phone is even better. It cuts through some of the confusion and lets you solve their problem faster. Many customers feel the same way too. So phone calls are one of the most popular ways your prospects will reach out to you. Imagine this. You're a customer that is holding a document that apparently needs notarization. They're not entirely sure why, but someone told them to get a notary. Or the document just says, sign in front of a notary public. So they hit up Google and they search, notary near me. They start dialing and dialing and dialing. Because even though there are 4.5 million notaries in this country, it's still hard to find one when you need one. You have to answer your phone. Your prospect might be calling anywhere from 3 to 20 different notaries before someone finally picks up. Isn't that wild? I can't think of another industry where there's such a massive epidemic of missed opportunities. But hey, I get it. You can't answer the phone every time. You've got appointments, you've got errands, and of course, you need to sleep sometimes, right? And that's why having systems in place is so important. And at the end of today's training, I'm going to give you some ideas for what to do when you can't answer the phone. For now, let's assume that you can answer the phone. How do you handle it professionally and make sure that you're solving your customer's problem? All right, let me introduce you to the PACE framework for answering the phone like a pro. PACE stands for prompt and polite greeting, attentive tone, a clear environment, and engage and inquire. So let's break it down. The P is for prompt and polite greeting. Answer the phone within the first 2 to 3 rings. And when you do answer, your prospects must know that they're actually calling a business. So use a greeting like, thank you for calling, Rapid Notary Services. This is Bill. How can I assist you today? Or if you like it to be a little more informal, that's totally okay too. You can answer, Rapid Notary, this is Bill. How can I help you? Even answering something like, this is Bill, how can I help you, is better than simply answering the phone with a hello. When you answer without that professional greeting, it's a huge red flag to your prospects and other hiring parties, especially if they're higher level prospects like attorneys, escrow officers, or other professionals that might be looking for your services. They need to know that they've reached a business. Now, this is especially important for phone numbers that you don't recognize, or maybe even those that have been flagged as potential spam. Treat every call like a prospective customer until proven otherwise. Now, next is our A, the attentive tone. So when you answer, use a warm, friendly tone that suggests that you actually want to be of service. Be calm and professional, but don't sound like a robot either. And definitely avoid sounding irritated, like they just interrupted your latest Netflix binge. One of the old secrets that they used to teach us at the call centers was to smile when you're talking on the phone, and believe it or not, it works. Now, I know that this and some of these other suggestions that we're talking about today might seem like common sense to you. But trust me, after running a signing service for nearly 10 years, common sense is not common practice. Okay, let's take a look at the C in PACE. Clear environment. Background noise is your enemy. Find a quiet place to take calls. But if it is noisy, pick up and politely offer to call the person back, or ask them to hold for a quick moment as you step out to find a quiet spot. Pro tip when you do that, put them on mute as you move to a quiet location so they don't have to listen to whatever's going on in the background as you move. Now, let me give you a few real-life examples of what kind of environments you should not be answering the phone in. Now, these come from, again, years of experience owning a signing company and calling notaries for jobs around the country. Don't attempt conversations while you're checking out at the grocery store, especially if you're going to argue about the coupons you're trying to use. Yeah, that happened. If you have yappy dogs, move away from them while you're talking on the phone. Your dog's communication style should not be your prospect's problem. Barking dogs are not cute, even if people tell you they are. Trust me, they're just being polite. And if you're driving, it's better to pull over and so you can take notes for accuracy and focus. And it's okay to pick up while you're driving, if it's legal in your city, of course. And then ask them to hold for a moment while you pull over. And again, don't forget to use that mute button when you do that. The key here is to have a quiet, distraction-free environment so you can be 100% present for your prospect and soon-to-be client. And finally, the E in our PACE is to engage and inquire. The first question that most prospects are going to ask will likely be about your availability or the cost of your services. Now, most consumers aren't really sure what a notary does in the first place, so they default to a safe question that makes them feel comfortable and knowledgeable. How much is this? But that's not really what most prospects actually care about. What they care about is having their problem solved in the easiest, most convenient way possible. Now, you and I know there's a lot more to consider than just ease when it comes to hiring the right notary, but they don't know that yet. And that's why you have to engage and inquire through more clarifying questions. So my favorite response to, "How much is it to notarize my will?" is, "Great. I happen to specialize in paperwork like wills and trusts. I want to make sure that I'm the right person to help you. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions before I quote the fee?" This sets you up for the next part of the call, which is actually taking gentle control, demonstrating your expertise, and then, of course, sealing the deal, which we'll get to in our next training. But before I go today, I promised you some ideas for those times when you can't answer the phone. You can still capture clients even when you can't answer the phone. Now, here are 3 ways to do that. First, have a professional voicemail greeting. Be sure it's clear that you are a business that actually wants a new customer. Do not use the default system greetings. Nobody wants to hear a robotic voice that sounds like they've just reached another private household. Record your own professional greeting. Something like, "You've reached Bill at Rapid Notary Services. I'm with a client at the moment and can return your calls in about an hour. For faster response, you can also send me a text at the same number. Thank you, and I look forward to being of service." The second thing you can do is also use a saved text response. You can actually have a template saved to your phone that you can send immediately after receiving a phone call or after ignoring a phone call. It can say something like, "Thanks for reaching out. I'm with a client. I will contact you after this meeting. Thank you for your patience." It can be something that's simple. The third thing you could do, if you want to bypass the phone call altogether, consider using an online booking tool and or a chat bot. Let clients book directly from your website or your Google Business profile page, or they can chat directly with you to get the answers they need before they actually book with you. These small tweaks will keep your business running smooth and efficiently, while also maintaining your status as a true professional. Thanks for tuning in to the Notary Coach YouTube channel. Please do me a favor. If these videos are helpful, please make a comment below. It might actually surprise you how helpful that is to YouTube creators. And by all means, please share this with notary entrepreneurs that you'd like to see succeed. And if you'd like to connect with me, I can be found at notarycoach.com or, of course, in the High Performance Notary Collective on the School platform at school.com/notary. See you next time.